When I first imagined van life, I thought it would be constant freedom and adventure. Beautiful sunsets, quiet mornings, endless open roads. But the reality was different. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes lonely. Yet, in that reality, I found something more honest. It taught me that freedom isn't about where you go, it's about how you live and what you let go of. It's not glamorous, it's not always easy, but living in my van for the past 2 months has changed my life in ways I didn't expect. I never imagined I'd call a parking lot home or that a 60 square foot space could give me this much peace. This is where my story begins. A few months ago, I started questioning what kind of life I wanted. I was living in cities, working long hours, and though I liked what I did, I felt stuck in a loop. Every day felt the same. Commute, walk, school, sleep. I remember talking with friends about feeling trapped by routine, wondering if we were really living or just moving through days. I felt torn between stability and curiosity. The safety of what I knew versus the excitement of the unknown. I wanted something different. I wanted to feel excited about waking up again. So I started researching van life, not seriously at first, just out of curiosity. Late nights turned into deep dives on forums, YouTube views, and long conversations with myself about whether I was brave enough to try. Then one night, I found this van listing online, and something in me clicked. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I talked it through with a couple of close friends, half expecting them to talk me out of it. But instead, they said, why not? That was the push I needed. A few weeks later, after more research, I bought my van. My summer plans took an unexpected turn, and in the middle of the chaos, I just decided I'm doing it. I didn't have a perfect plan, but I had momentum, and maybe that was enough. When I first stepped into the empty shell of this van, I had no idea what I was doing. Just a vague vision and a lot of optimism. I spent the first week sketching layouts, measuring walls with a cheap tape measure that barely worked, and trying to figure out which tools I actually needed. I learned to use a jigsaw for the first time, and I still remember the noise echoing through the van. It was both exciting and terrifying. I drilled holes in the wrong places, cut wood too short more times than I can count, and spilled paint twice inside the van. Every mistake left a mark, but each one also taught me patience. I learned how to recut panels, how to use clamps properly, and how to improvise when nothing fits right. There was one night when I ran out of screws and just sat there, staring at a half-built frame, feeling defeated. But I got up the next morning, went to the hardware store, and started again. Slowly, each small victory, like wiring the lights correctly or fitting the cabinet flush, became a reminder that I could figure things out, even without experience. When the lights finally turned on, it was like watching all the effort come alive. That slow glow wasn't just electricity. It was proof that I had built something real, something mine. Two months in, I've started to find my rhythm. Most days, I'm still commuting into the office, but coming back to the van feels like switching worlds, a space where I can breathe. After work, I'll head to the gym, shower, maybe grab dinner with friends, then return here and unwind. Some nights, I park in quiet neighborhood where I can hear the hum of the city. Other times, I find myself tucked behind a park, hidden under street lights, hoping for a peaceful night's sleep. There's always a small anxiety about where I will park next, or if someone would knock on my window in the middle of the night. But that uncertainty keeps me alert, alive. I've learned to adjust, packing my mornings efficiently, charging devices strategically, and finding comfort in small routines. Gaming after a long day feels like therapy. A slice of normalcy in a lifestyle that's not anything but. It's simple, but it feels grounding. Of course, there are challenges. Parking tickets, random noises, laundry days, but there's also freedom. I've learned to live with less, appreciate small comforts, and be okay with the quiet. Every night as I shut off the lights, I think about how this little space holds everything I need and nothing I don't. It's not perfect, but it's mine. And that makes all the difference. What's next? I want to keep exploring more cities, more national parks, more quiet mornings in new places. I don't have a fixed plan, and that's the best part. Maybe I'll head west next or stay on the coast for a while. This van isn't just a vehicle. It's a reminder that change doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Sometimes I wonder how long I'll keep doing this, or what it might turn into. Maybe one day it leads to something bigger, a different kind of home, or a different version of me. Living like this makes you think a lot about simplicity, time, and what happiness actually looks like. The road teaches patience. The stillness teaches appreciation. If you're curious about this lifestyle or just want to see where this road leads, subscribe and come along for the ride. There's a lot more to come, and I'm just getting started. Thanks for watching my first video. This is just the beginning. I'm Wei, and this is my journey on the way. See you in the next one.